Sup noobs, Nihilism here. Talk about my super original Flameblast Templar build I've been doing in Invasion now. The crit Reign of our Ranger didn't quite work out. Gear issues, died a lot, got bored of leveling the same class because I died a lot. So yeah, let's jump right into this, the skill tree here. Let's talk about the defenses first you get in the skill tree. You get all the good life nodes around the Templar. Discipline and training, athleticism, holy strength. You get this shield node, which is really good. You're using a shield, you get 20 all resist from it. Also, the aura nodes are for both, are mainly for survivability and also clarity, which helps you with the damage. You get purity of flesh. You go over here, you get life and mana, which the mana is helping with keep up. You can use 3 auras with this build, a 60, a 40, and clarity. More life nodes over here above the shadow tree. This is above the shadow tree is kind of at the end of your build. Those life nodes. Now let's talk about the offensive nodes. The big offensive node is right here because most of the damage you're doing is with ignite. So here's 60% extra burning damage, which is big. That you get this first because it also helps with Searing Bond, which is what you level with. Then you get Firewalker. It's another big damage node, and Entropy, which is damage over time, which also works with ignite. Those are the big damage nodes, and you have more damage right here. You can get immolation. Thing about fire damage and elemental damage, it double dips with fire spells. The initial hit does fire damage, and then the ignite, it adds the fire damage onto the ignite again, while spell damage, like elemental damage with spells or just spell damage, doesn't do that. It just helps with the initial hit. So also for damage we get blast radius and amplify, which helps with LE prolif radius and the initial radius of the hit. The skill tree really isn't that intuitive. It's pretty simple. You get some damage, you get some life, and yeah, some people when they're playing, they'll travel down the tree. They'll go for iron reflexes. They'll get the Scion life wheel. You know, they'll get thick skin, and when they go for damage, they can get growth and decay for damage. But I prefer staying up here, just not doing iron reflexes. You take a little more damage on average, but with the flask nodes on Witch, and if you have a granite up, you have a ton of armor. So that's the skill tree. It's pretty simple. I'll have a link to it in the description. Now let's jump into a map here. We're going to be doing a 69 promenade, just range monsters and frenzy charges to show off the build. I'm going to do the map with my friend Odang because this build, I didn't really make this build to solo. It can solo, but the damage is still in 1.1.1 it was nerfed. But if you're playing with a dual cursor that Ellie is using Ellie Prolov Shock Nova and EE, the damage is insane. When I mean, I like it's incredible still. So he's triple shock stats to everything. His build is also insane. And it's insane for this build. It's just incredible. So yeah, most white mods you just need to charge up like a Flameblast with this and it'll kill them. If you don't have the buff that you know, triple curse and everything, you still do a lot of damage. You got to remember he's not doing any damage, and this is the monsters have you know, not double the HP, like what is it, 60% in groups? I can't actually remember the exact amount, but so you know, that's how insane my damage is with him here. But yeah, it's insane. Let's talk about the bandit rewards. You get life from Oak in normal. You get from Cruel, you get skill point, and from Merciless you get skill points. If you eventually maybe like way end game, if you really want to scale the build up, you can get Ellie Reflect. Here we go. So Ellie Reflect, I just keep a Searing Bond totem because it helps with Ellie Reflect. You can charge up some with a Ruby Flask and still, but I don't like to push it because I don't want to like crit and then one-shot myself, so I just take it slow on Ellie Reflect. You can do Ellie Reflect maps, it's just really slow. Don't charge it up that far, don't take the risks. Yeah, bandits. You couldn't, if you plan, like once I'm level 95, if I want more damage, it's going to be hard to get without going crit. So, oh, okay, it's not. It's Loath. He's easy. Thought it was Osakai there for a second. About to rip. But, yeah, you can get a power charge if you want. If you really want to scale the damage at the end. Higher levels with crit. Which, yeah, like level 95 or higher. Leveling is just Searing Bond, and you can use Flameblast on single targets and stuff. Even after the nerf to Searing Bond, it's still insane for leveling. Yeah, so I'll just finish this map. Yeah, invasion bosses with this build in general, like, I play pretty ballsy. On my YouTube channel, there's some, I logged out with 74 HP, trying to charge my Flameblast to hit an invasion boss. I mean, so there's different levels of play with this build. You can play really defensively and, you know, charge your Flameblast from a range. Or you can play like how I like playing, just running in, popping your Granite, your Ruby Flask, and just, you know, hoping you fucking kill all the mobs before you die. That's the way true men play. That's the way I like to play. I'll probably die because I do that, but, you know, I'll have fun doing it, so it's all good. Flameblast is really annoying with the birds, the avian wretches, because the avian wretches just fucking run around out of your Searing Bond or your Flameblast, and it's incredibly frustrating and annoying. Oh, and auras. I haven't talked about auras. I run 3 auras: Purity of Fire, Determination, and Clarity. Clarity is a must. Determination and Purity of Fire are my choices for auras. Purity of Fire is for Reflect. Determination is for when I have a Granite up, I get that armor. Because like I said, my playstyle, I like to just run in, tank a whole bunch of mobs, and yeah, hope they die before I die. Which, you know, probably isn't the smartest thing in an invasion, but it's worked so far. You can run really whatever you want. Ellie weakness maps, I can swap on Purity of Elements, and I get closer to being cap resist with even Ellie weakness. Oh man, what is happening over there? The damage is happening. Oh, it's the bosses. That's what's happening. Single target, I mean, yeah, that's your weak point, because you want to pro-lift the largest ignites possible you can. But let's see if I can... Yeah, so he's just one-shot, 10-stack that mob, which, you know, doesn't have a lot of HP, but still. Fun times. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can post on the thread on the Path of Exile forums, write a comment here, or contact me in-game. My in-game name is Nihilism, Invasion is Real. This build, like, I joked about it being super unique. Everyone's using Flameblast, but Flameblast is fun. It was overpowered, but I enjoy the playstyle. So, yeah, that's the build. Thanks for watching.